Anyone going to move out of the A-bomb side? No, they're still here waiting. Great spray through, actually catches Fur. A lot of damage onto him. And now he's hiding in the corner, going to get taken down. Falling close with the USB. Gets the kill, picks up the AWP. And now with 6 seconds, the bomb is going to go down. Yes, but Fallen, this is where he should come alive. He's got the angle for it. They have to go and fight him eventually. No, they just smoke him off. And
perfect.
Cold Cirrus coming in as well. Astralis, 2 more kills, and the first map is theirs. But Fallen says no. There's the one. Now can he get another 2? C-set 70 out for Cold Cirrus, looking for the kill. He takes down Sip and Clave in the corner. Sprays 1 and coming in, and there's the second. Astralis gonna pick up the first map.
And made banners. So yes, Anders, they are excited. This is one hell of a match, one of the very best that we could possibly have here at the Major. And it's a quarterfinal between 2 top 3 teams in the world. Let's go. We've already had one hell of a first map to start things off. Astralis, they won on cash. They're 1 map in the lead. They only need the 1 more here to go into the semifinals and defend their title. They are the reigning Major champions.
And we're not wasting any time in this pistol here. Already rushing out, taking control along, and Fur, he might have heard, now he definitely will have heard that there's a lot of footsteps coming his way. He's just going to fall back, try and not expose himself too much to the incoming Astralis rush. And what on earth is going on? Kirby with a ridiculous jumping headshot to take him down.
Oh, this couldn't get any better either because they're going to spot out Cold. Well, Cold is able to back out just in the nick of time. And now it comes down to the call here from SK. What do they go for? And it's going to be Phelps pushing, and there you go. Clean as it could get. Possibly 1 shot, 1 headshot. He's looking for the fallback as well. Glaive barely survives it, but that Fallen is there to pick up the slack.
Great play from SK here. They're a map down, but they are still alive and fighting, and Device will at least take a kill on Fallen. Molotov not going to go to Cold Cirrus' position, and they don't check it. Instant headshot from Cold. The bomb is dropped as well. And this is great right now for SK Gaming. Bit of fire damage there, got to be careful. Device trying to see if he can sneak closer. He's the only one with any health here on the Astralis team. So if anything's going to happen, it's going to be down to him. And they're slowly running out of time as well. SK are everywhere. Taco with a headshot. And Glaive, 15 health, and he goes down to Phelps. Great start for SK Gaming.
And what a round from Phelps to save it in the end. His first headshot, it almost galvanizes Astralis into just rushing onto the site, to giving into the pressure, and they walk right into a purely ready SK defense on that A site. Couldn't have gone more smoothly as a recovery there for SK. And Astralis, well, a lot of mid-round snap decisions being made, and it just doesn't pan out their way.
Jesus, man.
Jumping around the corner, no worries. This is where you start to see those mistakes, though. In these chaotic situations, Zipnik's running up without checking angles, ends up costing him. And so Astralis, well, I mean, it's kind of what we expect to see now between both of these teams. Straight chaos, Anders. The first map was nothing but.
But SK now with a very good shot of winning this round. This isn't quite like on Cash, where you can get into those close positions and just sort of, you know, throw grenades and try and run over the CT defense. They're going to have a lot more warning, and they have a lot more chances to fall back and play it safe, although Taco has already been wallbanged down to very low there, really half health. That's a bit uncommon. With Eagles just doing damage from sewer, in fact.
Right through the angle, it is possible to get that wallbang.
Oh, what?
There it is! Wallbang headshot, dead on. Cold forgetting himself for an instant. That ends up costing him. And we'll see, I mean, beginning of Cash, it was like this, Anders. 4 spines back and forth, neither team willing to bend. And dupreeh just gave his team the chance here to come back in the second round in this first half.
I mean, what is going on? Jumping Glock shots, wallbangs with the Deagles. Astralis have certainly been praying to the right gods here. But dupreeh will pick up Phelps as well. Now it's 5 versus 3 with 30 seconds left, and things are on an edge right now for the Brazilian side. A lot is going to ride on Fur, as it did in the first map here. He's the only one close with the MP9, and he has to come up with at least a couple of kills. They're going to fall back with the bomb, and down in Monster, only Taco holding. He's wallbanged down low from earlier, and dupreeh almost takes him down. In 15 seconds here, and they are going to have the bomb side and the bomb plant here. SK in so much trouble.
A lot of this rides on Fur, exactly. He needs to find the point blank shot, and sure enough he does! Assassinates Kirby right around the corner, 3-on-3, and Fallen the only one with any health to speak of, and Device, he knows that there's a lurker behind him, and this is buying so much time. So long as Device stays alive, Fallen, he's got to walk this whole way through. He makes a little bit of noise, fades out the response, and gets the spray, but Sipnix is taking Taco in the meantime. Doesn't matter, this is just back and forth, through and through.
Oh, they've got dupreeh sandwiched in. This is actually perfect for SK Gaming. The Deagle won't save him. It's Fallen and Fur to retake it. They have enough time for the defuse as well. And SK barely going to live through the round. Oh my god, that's way too tense. Too early for this kind of action, Semna. We're just coming off the high of the first map now. We're right back into the action here. And SK obviously going to be very worried about that kind of a beginning.
Just how close it is. I mean, you can't count on dupreeh getting wallbang shots every day of the week, fair enough. You get the one there, but this is sick from dupreeh. That's what really starts the ball rolling for Astralis. Just the fact that they aren't able to win that round, that's going to be frustrating, and yep, sure enough, SK, they know it. And Fallen, not wasting any time, going for the AWP, opping aggressively. Fur in position to punish dupreeh, who tries to go for the trade. That's not going to happen, and already, it's just an out-and-out fight. Zipnik's long range, wins a fight with a P250.
It's good that he does a bit of damage, but to really hurt the SK economy, they sort of need one more kill in this round, otherwise SK aren't going to be too worried. Almost catching Fallen, that would have been good news. Actually, he gets the headshot. And Coldzera going to get the refrag, and he should be able to pick up the AWP no problem here, so at least they didn't lose too much here. But a pretty good job from Astralis in the first couple of rounds here. They're not going to be too sad about that.
I was about to say, that would be the perfect scenario right there for Glaive. Gets the kill on Fallen, throws the gun over the side of the wall. Hey, SK, you went for the AWP that early on. The punish would have been sick. And instead, it's going to be the 3-0 lead here for SK Gaming. Things are going according to plan for the Brazilians, but Astralis now go for the buy. Full AKs, nearly full nades, only dupreeh who's light on the flashes. And this is the big round. Can SK Gaming hang on? And again, they were thinking about it, but it's going to be a change of position, actually. Fur playing aggro long instead of the mid presence coming in from Fallen.
And that cheeky boost going on down at the B-bomb site, they're going to cancel it after a while, because if you stick around too long, you end up getting shut down from connector. So you don't want to hang out there forever. Looks like they're going to go and double peek, or at least take a peek into Monster Tunnel, where they're not going to see very much so far. Coldzera, slightly risky position if the B-push comes here, because he can get flashed and just get run over immediately, but right now, the bomb is far back on the map, and actually Astralis are just taking a long time trying to figure out if SK are going for anything crazy.
The main thing here is that they have no idea that Fur, yep, sure, what a shot! Okay, Device. You're thinking he's dead to rights, but sure enough, he hits the headshot so quick, Fur, he's still wondering what hit him. Man advantage now for Astralis, and plenty of time here to develop their strategy.
It definitely looked like he had the advantage, and now Cold, that position we were just talking about, a bit scary. He will make his way back after having almost gone down to that first round of sprays, and now Taco gets shot in the face by dupreeh. Cold is out in the open, but still picking up a kill and looking for a bit more. They're going to use their grenades. That's smart. Don't face him. Don't let him get it. In fact, he wants to walk through the smoke. Absolute madness here, and he's getting shut down. The backup isn't even really there for him. They're miles away, so Cold is just in a lot of trouble.
This smells like a save from SK. Unless Cold delivers on something very big right now, yeah, he's going to be backing off to save his gun. And SK Gaming, 3v4 retake, they don't want to have anything to do with it. And really, I don't think that they want to risk the double AWP. This is such an expensive strategy for SK Gaming to be going for. If they can save both ops, it's fine. They can rinse and repeat in the next round.
Sort of a good job from Cold to actually get out of that corner. I would have thought that they would have maybe found a way to shut him down, but he is long gone as the bomb explodes, and Astralis put the first round on the board.
We just need to check Device for whiplash. If we see it in the replay, he whipped around so damn quick.
Definitely a good kill coming out of him. It looked like Fur was the one taking the initiative, and generally speaking, you want to be that. You don't want to be the guy sitting still, having someone else sort of launch an attack on you. You want to be the one in control of the fight, and Fur was, but he still went down, so that's kind of crazy. 3-1, and we're going to be moving into the 5th round here. Bit of an early run boost coming out, improvised.
Why not? Well, I do like to see the aggression here from Fallen. Birthday, this is what he's known for. Signature sort of Fallen strategies. The flash is through to force him back, and he decides to... It's a bit too hot to handle, although he does go for the repeat, taking a risk, and he nearly cops it. 74 HP left on Fallen, and he misses his shot as well. But at least there's just a little bit of pressure here on Astralis, knowing that they can't just walk in mid for free.
And there's a double stack on the stairwell and connector. I mean, there's pretty much no defense at all on the B-bomb side. Only Taco there with the UMP. Everything else is on the other side, and Fallen going to win the first fight, taking down dupreeh. That's looking just a lot better here for the Brazilian side, and in their minds, shutting down Astralis early on, establishing the CT economy, those are all bullets and points there on the whole plan.
You mean to tell me they have a checklist?
Yes.
Now check, get headshot, check.
One step at a time.
Economy, check. Now we have to see if they can get the round. That's the last one. The important one. And well, Cold, a little bit more aggression from him, holding in mid. The flash is going to force him back, though, so he needs to make up his mind. Does he want to hang around here or not? And it looks like the answer is yes. Taco on short might be in for a bit of a rough time, however, but he does just barely make it out. And the time is a ticking here, Anders. 35 seconds left, and Phelps holding close, drops the bomb at his feet. Life just got a whole lot more complicated for Astralis.
Yeah, the time is really what's the problem here, but Taco still goes down, and now Sip is on the bomb site, and he's just clearing it all out, doing the work here for the bomb to make its crossover. Is Fallen going to be able to hit the shot? Sip trying to see if he can do this. The bomb is coming down. Monster instead. There's only 15 seconds here, Astralis, and they're going to be shut down. Cold, Zero, and Fur with a couple of kills each. And Device, he may have the bomb, but more than a bomb plant here is nearly impossible. The smoke is going to fade right in front of him. He still gets the kill on one, and Fallen's on the other side. Device, how is he not dead yet? There's the shot with the box, but Cold is there to save the round again for SK Gaming. Oh my god. That is way, way too close.
That wallbang headshot was so sick. Device, what is that? Okay. Cutting it as close as you possibly can here. And Fallen, man, when he hits that shot on Phelps, but I was about to say on Fur, rather. Fur, the discipline not to go for the peak when there was so little time, just sits up there. They did everything right, but sometimes you just can't account for shots like these. Device, this is unreal. Through the shadow, from the shadow, he hits the wallbang. And there we go. Cold, I mean, obviously this is just another day, another day at the office for Cold. Yeah, clutches all day long, no worries.
Astralis not looking too displeased though, so there's still some high fives going around saying, yeah, all right, it was close. We probably should have lost that round a couple of kills ago anyway. 4-1, they do a lot of damage to SK's economy, but their own buy here, not too overwhelming either. When you only have 3 smokes on a Molotov, there's a hard limit on how much you can do, like the long fakes where you try to throw some into one bomb site and run to the other. Those things become very difficult to do when you don't have more utility than this. And SK are pretty defensive in this round, so how do Astralis get an opening?
Yeah, change of pace from SK. They don't want to become too predictable with their aggression. And so this time around, it's going to be Fur holding close to restrooms. He does have Fallen backing him up with that AWP, but that's over on long. And in the meantime, Device on the hunt. No targets just yet, although as I say that, Fallen takes it through the wall, the edge of it. Fallen survives, 20 HP, and that can make all the difference.
Yes, indeed, that's plenty of health for him, assuming that no one can find a grenade on him. And close up to against the wall. Fur is there with the UMP. Must have heard some steps falling back now. Is he going to counter it, or is he going to go and check? That's the big problem for him right now. He's not quite sure if they're faking it or if they really have fallen back from the angle. Under 30 seconds here. This is, again, slight madness coming out of Astralis now. There's still a guy lurking outside of B, and that's Sip, but looks like they're going to commit to this bomb site. Molotov there locking him in. 18 seconds.
So now it's on Xipnix. He has to exactly draw the attention over towards the B side. In the meantime, that prompts Fur to get going down in a hail of bullets. Device to find the pick on Phelps. To fall with the wall bang, making it look easy. 5 seconds left, and they're just barely getting the bomb plant in time. And Cold stopping the rotate, but it doesn't matter. Xipnix is there. Taco 1v3, 1v2. And Astralis need to be careful, but he doesn't have a smoke to make life easier here. And yes, Device holding the angle, not going to let him even tap the bomb. And you see the nod there from Device. Yep, things starting to go according to plan.
Well, somewhere out there watching from Gambit is Soust, smiling and saying, yeah, that's it. Wait until there's only 9 seconds left to try and get the bomb plant down. That's the plan.
How clever is Fur, though, with that incendiary? The perfect timing as they're setting it up. I think they just got the smoke off as that incendiary goes down. Otherwise, Astralis might not pan out for him that way. But here we go. Tactical timeout getting called by SK Gaming. A little bit of time to just discuss.
And here the persistence for Astralis really pays off, right? Because you see SK with 4 rounds on the board, and that's great, but this 1 round for Astralis making it 2-4 means the Brazilians have to eco right away. That's the damage that they did earlier. Those silly wall bangs with the Priest Eagle and all the rest of it, they really make a difference later on in the game. And SK, unfortunately for them, the difference is right now. Fallen is top fragging with 7 kills, and Cold Zero is not far behind with 6, and there's also 6 on Device. It's pretty early days right now, so don't want to read too much into it, but certainly great news for SK if Fallen and Cold Zero are going to be two of the main engines here.
Oh, Fallen, I mean, for a long time when Phelps was still getting integrated into the roster, you could see his game really suffer on overpass. We weren't seeing as much aggression out of him because he had to give that space to Fur and Phelps. But now that they finally figured out how to get Phelps to work well with the unit, we're starting to see that old Fallen come back into it, where he's just playing aggro mid and hunting frag and coming through in the clutch. Debris up close, not going to be able to pick up the second, but Kirby, again, that spacing from Astralis, there to trade instantly.
Oh, Kirby had no idea, and there's no reason he should go back. That's a huge mistake from Kirby. He could have just fallen into the bomb side and tried to play it with the rest of his team. Now they've got the AK he picked up, actually 2 AKs picked up right now for SK Gaming. They might steal this round right back. Molotov to try and force them out. Glaive doing a tiny bit of damage here, and Fur looking at the edge of the smoke, goes for the spray, but somehow Glaive wins the fight with the UMP. They've got the time here, Astralis. They can just wait and try and take the duels. Then there's going to be another one going their way. Fallen now in a 1-on-2. The captain going down at the end. Sip with a double. It looked to me like that move back from Kirby was maybe going to cost them the round.
Going for the over-challenge when you know that your opponents are ecoing, right? You want to get in there and get those kills. But we got Astralis. The chant is starting up now. The fans starting to believe. 3 rounds for Astralis and another round of eco here for SK Gaming. Fallen has prioritized his AWP though, and so the next round should be looking pretty good here for the Brazilians. Now it's about Astralis actually getting a lockdown in this anti-eco. The last one, that's a bit too hairy. 2 guys surviving, that's not good enough. Here, you need a minimum of 4 if you're Astralis. So keep it close and work together as a unit. Don't really branch off too much, otherwise you might get caught.
And the only sort of real Lone Ranger here that's obviously Sip outside of the B-bomb side, and that's pretty much every round, and it's a very common strategy.
Yes.
SK are going to have probably something similar going on, because you don't need much more than that. But we saw in the previous round, well, the one before that, how Sip could sort of open up right before the A hit, and it causes just a lot of confusion on the CT side. Fur trying to hide behind that cabinet, and actually successful so far. He's got the USB, trying to be a bit sneaky, missing some shots. They still don't know he's there. What ninja play is this? Fur getting at least 1, and it could have been more. Oh my lord, what is going on?
I'm honestly amazed he doesn't go for the knife there. Device with the fadeaway on Fallen. But Fur, he could have made 1,500 bucks easy.
I mean, it's in the confusion, the fact that the weapon is silenced. They don't know where they're getting shot from. A nice shot from Cold Zero makes it a 2-on-3. Drive-by shots looking for more against Glaive. There's only 30 seconds. If he gets the bomb, kill on the bomb carrier here, and Kirby's low already, this could get way out of control. Now they're finally starting to bring the bomb back, but the focus on Cold Zero. We saw on map 1, don't give this man anything to work with. He'll take the whole team and maybe more than that. Taco lurking close to the bomb plant. Sony wants to get the deny, and there it is with 10 seconds. He's going to get one down, but Cold is still just only now coming into position. Bomb is being planted. Cold trying to see if he can make his way through the smoke. He gets 1 kill. Sip out of the open. Oh my god, it's so close! This Sip again to save the round, but I mean, you want to believe that could have happened.
Absolutely. Split second longer there. And Cold's got that shot. You saw where the scope was pointing, Anders. He was dead on. He needs a split second more, and Cold clutches it. He's too good. He's just too damn good. Look at this shot. Zip realizing just in the nick of time. And yeah, you can see it, Cold. It's just that close sometimes. Talk about well played from Taco as well. Just getting that bomb deny, really ramping up the pressure on Astralis. 4-4. And it's a tactical timeout called by Astralis now. And that's understandable from Glaive. These past 2 anti-ecos have been a bit too dicey. A little bit too close. 2 guys surviving, 1 guy surviving. That's no good. You need to be getting these lockdowns when your opponents have got pistols. You can't have it going down to a clutch, because now you're going to go up against an SK who have got the rifles to make your life a living hell.
Yeah, you don't want the sort of the overflow of emotions to carry on into the next round, because that's going to be a really important one for Astralis. It's a chance to shut SK's economy completely down and run away with a really large part of this first half here. So they got to make sure that everyone is completely focused here. Just like on the first map on Cash, it could again come down to that battle between Device and Fallen, and there it is, Device straight winning it from those T-stairs. Can't get better than that.
Ready and waiting. That's a tough thing if you're Fallen and you're constantly playing aggressive in one position on the map. You may try and change the angle. but you can get caught. And that's exactly what we saw. And Astralis now really pushing aggressively towards this A site. Coldzera will find Zipnix. That was the lurk over towards B, but that's not going to be the point of contact here. Instead, it's dupreeh slowly clearing out the angles here on A, but first still alive on long to remain a thorn in their side.
And they forced him very far back. It almost looked like they could have maybe had a bomb plan there, but they weren't willing to risk it, and they don't obviously know what we know either, so trying to make their way back with a bomb towards Connector instead, and now it's all over the place. Hard to say exactly who has the lead, but I like the fact that they've left dupreeh behind up here at the A bomb site. That could be enough to keep one defender on B, and that's Taco.
Exactly. Oh. Main concern here is they're pretty much out of nades. Oh, the timing. What an unbelievable turn of luck for Phelps. dupreeh was expecting a flash.
Yes.
And that's exactly what it was. And there it is, the opening, the man advantage for SK. The single flash going out from SK Gaming. Now they're out of grenades. It's all going to come down to the dirty business of hitting headshots. And well, Astralis, they're pressed for time once again. 25 seconds left, and the push begins on B. Cold has got the headshot angle, and we'll see if will he be able to connect. Yes, he will! First to one, but he's not going to be able to follow it.
Had the M4 instead of the AK, 16 seconds. Taco trying to deny it, but unsuccessful, and now somehow it's a 2 versus 2 SK Gaming. They can't afford to lose this round. They've got to go for the retake here, otherwise it's going to be a disaster. Phelps going in with a headshot straight, taking down Kiebu, and that leaves Glaive in another clutch 1 versus 2. And SK want this round, but Glaive, he's going to pick up one more kill to defuse. 10 seconds without the kit, and Glaive is making his way the long trek around, and now for nose. Oh no, I'm out in the open. I don't have anything, no smoke or anything like that. Glaive trying to fall back. He actually just glides off the wall, and Fur has to run. Astralis is going to be able to pick up the round. There's no chance at all there. Glaive missing some crucial clutches in the first map to close it out, but now looking a little bit better.
Oh, he made up for it at the end of the first map, right? But I mean, at some point, the clutches are going to start shifting back SK Gaming's way. In these 1v1s, you can't win them all, Anders, and so it's going to come down to when does it actually happen for SK that they get the guy on Astralis looking the wrong way, and that there is an opportunity, whether it happens too late in the half. But yeah, this is the duel between Device and Fallen, and Device, the perfect angle.
Oh, wow.
So quick.
Something worth noting about that duel is it's also to some extent dependent on your spawn position, right? So yeah. Fallen, let's say Device spawns a bit further back or Fallen a bit further up, maybe it goes the other way around. Boost is in the bomb site, spray is through, they saw that coming and still were not able to react in time. dupreeh giving up an opportunity there. Phelps trying to hunt down Kievu, and he's got some backup in Glaive. That's great news, all got to be very careful there for don't ever cross that wall again.
Oh. Okay then, Taco just getting in there with the tag. Glaive looked like he had the angle, but Taco able to get out scot-free, and now he's got the M4 to play with as well. If you're Astralis at this point, though, you need to just take your time and breathe. You've seen a CZ, you've seen a Dig, you've seen an M4, so you have to realize that this is just a half-buy coming in from SK. In the meantime, you got all the nades, you got everything. So take your time and look for the shots. One miss there by Device.
They don't want to wait much longer. Just past the minute mark. Taco, great defense, but he's getting shot at the back, and there was no one there to cover short from him. They've got 2 players there, and Taco's actually covering all the angles. That's a bit of a mistake there. Cold, can he bring it back? He's not got many bullets left, and his feet are on fire. The bomb is being planted right in front, and Fur, he's going to be going down, and Cold finally has to reload here. 2 versus 3. Gets shot down from Device, picking up a second kill, and mid-air, Kievu to take Fallen out. And Astralis now with another round, 6-4 here. And the economy for SK Gaming, I mean, they just barely have it. They're going to buy anyway, but this is not looking good.
No, because they're so limited that once again, they're not going for a kit. They're light on the nades when it comes to Cold and Fallen both. But again, the kit might come back to haunt them. We saw what happened in the 1v1 clutch with Glaive. Having that 5 seconds to spare can make a world of difference for you. And so now we get into the thick of things once again. Astralis full bot. Device saved his AWP. And once again, just hanging around, looking to see if they're going to go aggressive. And while Device and Kiebu seem like they have a pretty good idea as far as the long take here, eventually that might be the plan for Device.
Well, they've invested so much into this round, SK Gaming. If it doesn't work out, then the whole first half is almost a wash. And did he see it? Device, he did. Oh my god. Fallen right now getting out sniped a bit. No problem for Fur in taking that kill, but then the wall bangs come through, and he's not sure if he can escape. He does have some backup in Phelps, and that might be very important. Fur almost getting wall banged down through the smoke. Phelps has to be there to fight it back into dupreeh. Somehow that doesn't kill him. The Molotov, is it gonna spread? Not in time. He's invulnerable, it seems. Well,
never mind.
Forget I said that.
This battle, man, this battle. I think Device needs to reach across and slap Kirby on the back of the head. Sometimes you got to go for plays. But walking through smoke at the very beginning of the round, Kirby, threw everything out of whack here for Astralis.
That's actually quite remarkable, because Fur is locked in between the players that are pushing Playground and Device over at Long. So the fact that he makes it out alive is pretty well done. Phelps, though, walks into Glaven. Long range with the AK-47. There's only 25 seconds, though. This could very well be SK's round. Just 3 versus 3, but only 20 seconds. The bomb is here. They've stretched it close a couple of times, Astralis. I think this is too close.
They still have some nades. Just to see where they're actually going to get used. There we go, the one. But first, still camping out on the side, and he's got Cold there to back him as well. Cold Zero hasn't taken any damage. The spot, the shot, Device snuffs him. 5 seconds left here, however, and Fur looking to just get the deny. That's all he had to do, but Glaive is there to save him. And Taco, now you're in a 1v3. How do you pull this off? And the answer is, you don't! Zipnix with the headshot, and Astralis. 3 players, but what a play, Fur. He played it perfectly, but Glaive does not abandon his teammate this time.
This is absolutely ridiculous. This little time, they're right on top of the bomb, and somehow Astralis just walk right in. Again, we see the sniper battle here, and Fallen is actually flashed back. That's how it starts off. Device sets himself up for that kill. Oh, Dupree.
There we go.
Dupree is usually a bit of a joker, you know, the one sort of, you know, being a light-spirited in the team and all of those things. And you can tell he wants this so badly. 7-4, ladies and gentlemen. We're nearing the end of the first half here on the second map, and they're trying to push in towards the L bend. Kirby gets one, and double return from Phelps with the C-set 75. That's how it's done. Now they've got a chance here. 4 versus 3. He doesn't want to overextend to pick up the AK, and I don't blame him.
How does this keep happening? Cold with the collateral on Cash. And now point blank with the CZ. That pistol does so much damage. And sure enough, Fur right here in connector. Device with the pre-fire stops him, though. Well played on Device's part. Brings it back to a 3-on-3. And now Device has got the angle on the AKs. Can use this as bait. He still has plenty of time to wait and see. Then Zipnix catches Phelps pushing at Monster. And so now, do Astralis finally decide B site? That's where the action's going to be. Let's go.
They've got every shot of doing this. Plenty of time as well. World 0. Now is the time to earn that paycheck. UMP, no armor or anything, so the odds are really heavily stacked if they end up going for it, but close range headshots with the UMP could definitely happen, and Fallen is not that far behind with the Deagle. Unfortunately, the door is closed, so he can't even help out at the L bend. A lot of this could just come down to Cold and whether or not he could do a good job. Fallen, at least applying some pressure here. Oh my god! Device down to 3 health off of that one shot through the wall, and now Cold trying to push aggressive. This could actually be the perfect scenario. They do have a smoke to cover the plant, but still, Cold, it's just a question of timing. 15 seconds, 14 seconds. They're going to smoke it off, double smoke, in fact, and trying to see if they can get the bomb plant down. And Cold, he can't stop it. It does go down, and now they know where he is as well. They might have missed the opportunity.
Yeah, they just barely spot him. The timing doesn't work for him, and now a lot of pressure here on Fallen coming in through CT. Cold getting chased away, more time being bought here by Astralis. They have no kit, SK Gaming, so they have to move quick. And looking for the headshot, it's Fallen, he's not gonna find it just yet. Oh, never mind! Finds the one on Glaive, but Device is there to trade, and now it's all on Cold with the AK. There's the one, and the pressure is on. Device with only 3 HP, he needs to win this fight, and it's not gonna happen. But I think once again, there will not be enough time for the defuse, and SK Gaming.
It's so
it's
damn
not gonna
close.
happen. It's not gonna happen. No way! Come on!
Wow. What was the time left on that? What seconds?
We'll get a screenshot, right? Frame for frame. That's how close it is. Unbelievable.
If Device stays hidden for, what, another millisecond, then it's their round. SK Gaming, this is where you want to capitalize. You've got the round, you probably shouldn't have won it, but now, here it is, 5-7. They can still make this 8-7, and that would be a respectable scoreline. Then they would have something to work with. Fallen has got the AWP, he's not too aggressive this round, and again, Device gonna win the AWP battle. This is almost unheard of. Fallen is one of the best AWPers in the world. And right now, Device who's not even necessarily full-time with Astralis, sometimes just goes for the rifle instead.
Ah, yes.
Winning it every single time.
I mean, this is where Device shines, right? He is one of the few players that I know of that has used heat maps to figure out the tendencies of his opponents in this given situation. Where do they usually go? What are the odds, etc.? And you can just kind of you get this feeling that he's just going through different spots that Fallen could be at. And you're like, oh, there he is. Next round, yep, there he is again. Device knows it. But this is going to be the setup here, because they can just leave Glaive to lurk around, and they have mid control to move up, and Fur pushed up, not going to get anything.
It's very well done by Glaive. Phelps trying to catch him, but Glaive hitting another headshot. This is the captain of the Danish team, and even he is putting in the work. Cold Zero goes for the mad spray, and it is not enough. Taco down on the B-bomb side, can't even dream of retaking this. He's going to have to back off. It will be an 8th round for Astralis, again doing just absolute havoc to the SK economy.
And that's the difference in this round from the last one, Anders. Again, Device, he delivers the frag, but this time there's no mistake from Astralis where a guy, overextends and gives SK a way back into it. They're smooth, they're thorough, Astralis. They stuck together as a unit, and they just slowly built on that advantage. Frag after frag, and so now, well, yeah, you have Taco. He's got an M4. Cold Zero's got some money, but that's it.
Madness, absolute madness. You could definitely tell that, whereas on the first half, SK Gaming were a bit more confident and looking like they had a bit more control on the map. This is very much the Astralis show right now, in the first half at least. We'll see how it goes in the second half, and a lot can change there. A lot more, I would say, avenues for SK to put some of their aggressive players into work. But it's going to be an uphill struggle, you can already tell. This is the map that Astralis picked after all, let's not forget.
No, and you can see that they have really put quite a bit of work into it, and they had the time. They are a team who actually turned down ESL 1 Cologne a couple weeks ago, a stadium event like this one, to prepare for the major. So it is everything on the line here for Astralis. SK Gaming, they won at Cologne. Astralis, they took the gamble, the risk, to be prepared to win here. And both of these teams, major champions, both of these teams, some of the best CS players in the absolute world. In the absolute world, I guess, I was like...
In this world, maybe all of the worlds too, Sumner, we'll never know.
Every timeline.
Every timeline, yeah. Well, SK have 2 titles, Astralis gunning for their 2nd. That's still quite far away if you're the Danish side. Don't want to be overthinking this. 14th round here. Glaive trying to see if he could maybe sneak in a kill on somebody. He's very patient at the moment. That's Smoke. Are they going to respect it, SK Gaming? Very difficult to try and fight their way through. Even if they don't, Glaive is going to reconnect with the rest of the team, and that bomb side is going to be, again, very hard pressed. Taco holding alone.
And right through, and he closes the door, Glaive. Well played on him. Now at least they have an audio cue if somebody from SK tries to flank. And in the meantime, Device holding solo here. This is a little bit scary for him. So they will walk. What? Where did that bullet go? Gets the follow-up. And he knows that there's a second player there as well, so some information there for his team. But in the meantime, they are pushing out onto the B site, once again running it down to 30 seconds left in the round here.
What a great angle from Glaive to find. He almost takes Cold Zero, but here comes the run and gun in from Fallen. And actually he gets a kill, try to follow it up with a USP. It's now a 2-on-2. He's got almost no bullets left, and he goes down to Device to free with a shot. And somehow Astralis still make it out. It looked like Fallen had the angle. It looked like he had done enough.
Exactly. It's so close that you think the running gun was enough, with Cold getting the follow-up too. So close, but again, just not able to connect. Not able to get everything to follow their way. And now SK Gaming, this is it. Last round of the first half, 9-5, and they're going for a force buy. A UMP, a Scout, and 3 pistols.
The fact that SK Gaming don't take a tactical timeout for all of this makes me think that Fallen is just saying, we'll crack them in the second half. We're going to break them. They'll never know what hit them. Just keep cool, everyone. Don't worry about this right now. This is not our half. The next one will be. Otherwise, Fallen, I don't think he'd let it go this far. Scout in play, UMP, C-set 75 times 2. And again, Device, oh wow.
You see that smoke go down and you always wonder. Somebody lurking there. It's a bit of a one-way. Device not going to be able to capitalize and take down Fur. He might get the second chance here, sure enough, but Fur putting up quite a bit of a fight. He does have a teammate rotating in, however, here, Device, and so this is just a matter of time for Fur, and Fur just going to try and charge him, but he's not going to guess right. Cadby is there to back up Device, and well, 2-man advantage, soon to be 3. Phelps down to 9 HP.
Look at the Great instinctual teammate that's coming out of Astralis right now. Device falling back, Kirby falling in to help him out. It's all just like clockwork at the moment, and now they know where Cold Sierra is, and they've already engaged with Phelps, so at the moment, they pretty much know everything they need to here, Astralis. They've got everything set up, and that's going to be the first half. 10-5 in favor of Astralis, as they are now 6 rounds away from making the semifinals of the PGL Major here. 6 rounds doesn't sound like a lot, but I'm willing to bet SK are going to be quite powerful in the second half.
Oh yeah, cold for these guys. Now you put them on the T side where they get to dictate the pace and set up the duels. Things can get real interesting here. The pressure is ramping up. But you're right, Astralis looking to defend their title. And they are looking so good. It doesn't look like the same situation that happened in the groups where Cold drops 35.
Để giảm thiểu cái việc của
họ có 2 điểm yếu.